Hi, I'm Kelly at Book and Paper Arts, and today on my website I have free scans of wildflowers for you. They are high res, 300 DPI, and you can go over and print them up and use them in your own work, or use them digitally if you are clever like that. The link is below the text here, so if you're looking at the video, look below and the text will be there to take you to my secure website. I use these all the time in my altered books and art journals and other mixed media work. I bet that you already have a boatload of ideas of how to use these, because that's the kind of person you are. But just in case, I have made this video to give you some ideas about how to use them. The first thing is, let's just talk about printing them in the first place. Let's see. This one is on white printer paper. I did these on a cream colored paper. You can see it's just a little bit of vanilla buffy color, and it makes a different palette. So if you have something different color papers, try that. These I have printed on tracing paper. And tracing paper is a lot like a craft vellum paper, except it's lighter in weight, and you should have no trouble whatsoever with this in your printer tray. You can see that it's transparent, so you can see anything that's underneath it, which makes a super cool effect, especially if you're like me and cannot do a transfer to save your life. It's even more transparent once it's glued down. And here you can see that in addition to the beautiful flowers, you can see the text underneath. Also, it just blends right into the page, so it looks really mysterious and cool. And now you can add other elements and get your page off and running. Let's see. Let's look at this one. This is where it's not I did use the whole print itself for coverage, not on the tracing paper, just the print itself. I wanted a lot of coverage quickly. I inked up the edges here for some contrast. And it is a lot of looks, so I wanted to keep the images on top of it pretty simple. Over here, I glued down the top side and the bottom side, but I left this side open, so now I have a pocket, which would be also really cool in a junk journal. Which reminds me, these do make good pages for junk journals themselves, and I have done that. Now you can just bind that in to your junk or art journal. You get some room for writing there. This is my art journal, and you will see that I almost never make an art journal page without using some of these, just as an integral part of the collage. They are never the whole piece. They just are there for interest and texture and depth to the eye. Let's see. Not there. Here's one where I just used a little bit in the corner to anchor the page, and also to just add a little bit more reinforcement of the idea of the flowers going across the whole layout. So just play with those in some collage work. Finally, I have, again, this is me altering a book, but again, please use these in any of your projects, collage projects you have. I like to rough tear my pages. If you prefer a nice trim cut edge, go nuts and use the scissors. Now I've torn this out to the eye, and you can see that there are several places where this would be interesting on the page. I'm going to put it up here to anchor this page, and now I can add another element on top of that, and it's made a kind of a frame or offset there. You can try different things for different, that's all right. Okay. So you just want to glue that down and then start playing with that. If you've seen my videos, you know that I don't like my pages to be page. I want it to be one canvas, and for the eye to go across both pages as one. And a good way to do that is to make a border that goes across both pages. And here I'm going to put it on the bottom, which actually kind of suggests a floor or some grass or a horizon. And then again, you can start adding things. I'm sorry he's so shiny. And that will make one cohesive canvas. Yeah, that's better. Let's see. I've done the same thing here, except instead of putting it on the bottom, I pulled it down to visual thirds. This is 2/3 of the way down the page. But you can see that the border, and I think if I was going to use this on this page, I would ink up the borders here with a blending tool and stamp pad to make it a little more contrast to the page. But you can see now that you can, again, add something here. And it's going to give you one canvas rather than 2 pages, if you know what I mean. It looks good diagonally. I've just tore that to the eye. You could arrange it in lots of different things, but I would probably do that. And then start my page there. They also look really good vertically. So do not throw your scraps away, whatever you do. See, look, that's pretty. And there we go. Again, the link is in the text below. While you're there getting these downloads, I would be very grateful if you subscribe to my newsletter that goes out every 2 weeks. And it has lots of free stuff and art tutorials and book arts and journal arts, and the occasional pep talk. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you have any feedback or questions, just keep in touch in the comments below. So until later, happy making.